Howdy guys, I'm FEE3, your favorite Wolf Girl enthusiast, here with Fire Emblem Universe for the Fire Emblem E3 2021 presentation. Today I have the honor of playing Fire Emblem Absolution, a Fire Emblem fan game made by ZessDynamite. This is a Fire Emblem fan game made in the Lex Talionis engine. If you're uncertain as to what that is, perfectly understandable. It's a little bit obscure as of right now. The Fire Emblem, the Lex Talionis engine is specifically made as I guess I would say a tool not dissimilar from Fire Emblem Builder, in that you can create your own Fire Emblem games. The biggest difference, of course, is that Fire Emblem Builder has you sort of constrained to the Fire Emblem GBA, constraints. You have to sort of adhere to what's in or what you're capable of doing with the GBA game. With the Lex Talionis engine, that's not so much the case. You have a lot more freedom in what you're able to do. One thing, as an example, you may be able to hear that music. You can input custom music. The music in this hack is actually completely custom, completely made by ZessDynamite. Very much looking forward to seeing what else is in store. I guess we'll go ahead and hop into it. I was asked to go into the preloaded levels and do this chapter. We'll be reading the story, we'll be going through the menu, we'll be having a look at everything, and hopefully have a good time here with me, because I'm very much looking forward to it. Valentina is in a race against time to save the Opinion army from the hordes of Zonian soldiers wearing them thin. I also do apologize if I mispronounce names and whatnot. That's not exactly my forte. She aims to enter Clemens and prevent the Baron's army from bolstering the Empress's main force. Father Isaiah informs her of a shortcut into Clemens through a dreary muddy swamp, known as the Elend Mire. Awesome. The shortcut does indeed save time, but not in the way that Valentina expects. Okay. Makes sense to me. I have not seen such vast amounts of icky gunk. There is mud lodged everywhere from my toes to behind my ears. I know, Hattie, but we have to keep moving. Valentina, my horse has got its hooves stuck in a pothole. Okay, we should probably take a quick moment to recenter ourselves. We want to be in tip-top shape once we get out of the mire and face Kleiman. Okay, cool. Very cool. Okay, so this hack has, as you can see, very, very well done sprite work. From the backgrounds to the character models, there's a lot to go over. So my understanding right now is that all of the characters here are perfectly outfitted for battle. I can use who I want to use, in effect. And I'm very much going to be doing that. I had a little bit of a mishap prior to recording, wherein I didn't press the record button, so none of my preparations are exactly here. Either way, I'm just going to roll with what I've got. Okay, apologies for the quick cut there. I gotta look over some of the notes. I gotta understand what I'm trying to go for. So, right here, what we want to look at, first of all, is skills. This introduces a very much Radiant Dawn-esque skill system where you can sort of pick and choose which skills you want. Obviously, the grayed out ones are affixed to the unit. Some of them are personal skills, some of them are class exclusive. As you'll see on her, she's got light, our Lord Valentina has, swapped through her light infantry and defiance. It does appear that each unit will have its own sort of movement skill. Things like Cavaliers will have, standard Cavalier, they'll have Canso, they'll have Reposition. Things like Archers, plain infantry sort of will have the swap skill. We'll notice through Armor Knights they have pivots. Really, really cool overall. A lot of movement skills, a lot to play with. Of course, you can also move around the skills at your own will. No auto double. I haven't actually seen that one because I didn't look over Reese before. Let's see. Disables effects that guarantees foes follow-up or prevent units. Okay, cool. Not dissimilar from Faye at all. Anyhow, you can more or less pick and choose what you want to do with some of these. Like, as an example, if you ever wanted to, you could, for example, go to Reese, take off the auto double, and then put that on someone else. Pretty much up to your decision, or up to your whatever you want to do. Like, if, for example, I wanted to put it on, I don't know, can I put it on her? Yeah, no auto double. I can just throw it on her. Honestly, that's kind of cool. That's really cool. Some of these I actually do recognize. I'm a really big fan of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. That's my second favorite game of all time, so I'm very eager to see what else in store. I know that there's another system at a later point that's very much inspired by that. I'll get to that in a moment, but this Feeling Fine badge very much reminds me of that. I'm not going to get too much into the skills here. I will say that if you want to check this game out for yourself, there is a page on Fire Emblem Universe. Feel free to check that out whenever you feel like. I'm not perfectly sure how the download works. I know I got a little bit of a, a release version for you guys to see, but whatever the case may be, if you can play this for yourself, you'll have basically the full reign of being able to do this for yourself with your units. One thing of note beyond that is that we also have the Forge. Forge is a really cool concept. The given example here in my notes is that the reversal gel more or less lets you create a reversal weapon. Lance Reaver, Axe Reaver, Sword Reaver, whatever the case may be. Heavy Metal lets you armor effective weapons. Beast Fang lets you do cav effective weapons. And then the Master Stone. These master weapons are really cool to me in concept. Essentially, if you attack into somebody with the same weapon type, you get to double them, and they can't double you, which is honestly just kind of awesome. I'll be getting into those. Well, honestly, I'll just go ahead and forge these. I think I already have a heavy spear somewhere. I'm gonna go for the hammer, I think. Maybe I should go for the armor pierce. I'm gonna go for the hammer, though. We're gonna also grab, let's see, we have a hunting bow that I know of. I'm probably gonna grab the, we also have a Zan Bateau. Let's see. I'm gonna grab the halberd, just for, no, I'll grab Rider's Bane. I don't think it really matters that much for right now. Just gonna go ahead and use up my resources and see what happens. Let's see, as for the units that I want to use, I'm probably gonna, excuse me once again, I'm gonna bring a Sword Reaver. Seems like a good one for me. And then, as for the Master ones, I think I'm gonna go for, what do I want to go for? I'm gonna go for the Master Lance. Something in my soul tells me that that's correct. Or not even correct necessarily, just what I want to do, and that's part of the fun. Let's see, what other thing? There's one more thing that's really impressive. The kitchen system. The kitchen system is very much inspired by Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, or at least by Paper Mario. It's a really cool system overall if you've never played that game. Essentially, you can, well, at the start, you can cook singular items, and then at a certain point, you receive an item that allows you to cook 2 items together. You can make various meals to, like, boost your HP or boost your flower power in that game. In particular, in this game, you'll boost stats, obviously, Fire Emblem. The given example for this one is the slab of meat and the bean there. If I cook those, I'll get some chili, and that's really cool. And then one other given one is the weird egg and the secret sauce. Now, most items in this game, or most food items, I should say, are simply food. This one, however, is a weapon. You give it to whoever you want. Essentially, if you've played Paper Mario, you know that the egg bomb, you throw down the egg bomb and it does damage, which is pretty cool. I'm going to do just a couple other ones. I haven't looked over the full menu. I just kind of want to like run through these things and show you kind of what all of this entails. I'm going to do a bag of flour, I guess some classic milk, and we'll see what happens. Got a short stack, very cool. I would assume that I can cook that as well, the short stack. Or perhaps not, I don't know. Let's see, how about the coconuts and some syrup? Let's see, actually no, hold on. Can I go back? Okay, cool. Did the game crash? Uh-oh. I don't think that was necessarily intended. Well, I'll be right back. Anyhow, now that I've made it back to this point, like I said, this is a really cool system to me as like a big Paper Mario fan. Obviously, I mean, perhaps not obviously, like, it's a game that really means a lot to me, so this sort of stuff really is cool. We're gonna go ahead and cook up the short stacks again. I guess I'll just not press the back button, I'll have to sort of, choose some things. I'll go with the tangy berry and the, let's see, I guess I'll go with the syrup? Sure. Sounds good to me. Berry bowl, cool. Can I cook that? When eaten, protects the unit from critical hits for a chapter. That's really cool. Obviously, as you can see, there's a lot of recipes. You can even cook stuff such as this. Like, let's say we throw some jelly onto this. A mistake. There we go. I like to see mistakes. Don't worry, everyone makes mistakes. Restores 1 HP. Awesome. Yeah, that's very much a Paper Mario thing. That's pretty cool. We'll go with just a couple more things. I expected mistakes would occur. Cocoa Cream Pie, very cool. When eaten, grants defense +3 for a chapter. Awesome. And we'll go with some veggies and pastas. Actually, we'll go with the refreshing herb. Yeah. Oh, actually, you can't do that one. Dang. Okay, so we'll go with pasta then. Wait, can you? I'm pretty sure I just didn't press the button. Healthy salad. Awesome. When eaten, grants total status immunity for a chapter. Very cool. Obviously, there are a lot of, like, different recipes and whatnot. I'm not sure if the recipe guide will be included with the download for yourself, but, like, it was for me. There's a lot. Like, I didn't read over the entire thing of it to sort of parse out what's the best and whatnot, but there's a lot there. There's a lot that you can do, and it's a really cool system. I'm very much a fan of it. Let's see, is there anything else? I think that there's only... Right, okay, I mentioned that the soundtrack is entirely composed by ZessDynamite, which is honestly, like, incredible. Most games couldn't even dream of doing such a thing, and I commend ZessDynamite immensely for that. Let's see, I want to grab this, and I want to grab the Master Lance for her. I already know which units I'm sort of using, so I'm going to sort of try to run through my preparations a little bit quickly here. I don't really want to spend too much time on them, because there really is a lot that you could get into. Truth be told, I already did them once in my game. I turned out to not be recording, so I guess there went my preparations. I didn't even think to save or anything. Or at least not before I did my preparations. Either way, different units have different, like, favorite weapons and stuff, and if they do that, then they get extra stats. Some units can't even use their favorite weapons as of right now. I would assume either upon promotion or maybe not at all in the case of someone such as Avelia, who can use steel axes and halberds as her favorite weapons, but can't use them because she's a cleric, of course. It's really cool to look at all this stuff. Like, each unit has their own traits, such as, like, she likes swearing and weightlifting, dislikes injuries and minor annoyances, she's 5'8", you know, things such as this. A lot of characters here. I'm obviously not going to be able to use the whole cast. The next chapter, or the chapter that I'm meant to play, has a 12-unit deployment limit. So I'll be choosing essentially the units that I want to there. We're going to go through some combos, as per usual with the, you know, Radiant Dawn style thing. There will be base conversations. The market bargains today. Good day to you, miss. The market's got some special items for sale today. I can't promise they'll be around forever, so grab them while you can. Today's bargains are a silver axe, an angelic robe, and a Ashante peach. Don't miss out. Awesome. Right, so in effect, there is a market here. You can buy and sell things. I don't have any gold. I would have to sell things in order to buy these things. As of right now, that's not something I'm entirely going to do. Like, you could probably sell items at your own discretion, but it's not something I need to do as of right now. This one, looking for a friend, is going to be a recruitment, which is really cool. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, hi. Say, have you seen a giant, heavily armored woman wandering around nearby? About the height of a lance and a sword laid end to end. Yeah, very, very tall. No, I think I would have remembered seeing someone like that. Who are you? You're not part of my army, I don't think. Ooh, yeah, right, introductions. The name's Rhapsody. The horse is Scarlowy, and my lost partner in crime is Mackenzie. She gets confused sometimes, and I'm really worried about her being out here alone. Or being alone out there. Could you guys help me find her? Nice to meet you. Call me Valentina. And sure, if you need help, I'm the woman to ask. We're kind of on a tight schedule, though. Maybe you could tag along as we march through the swamp? If anyone spots Mackenzie, we'll send her to you. Tag along. Oh, yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I thought you'd never ask. Kenzie and I have been looking for somewhere to work for years. Now we finally found an employer in you guys. Of course, we've got to find her first, though. I'm really grateful for the help, but you should know. We're from Opinia. Oh, cool. Kenzie and I come all the way from Scalvane. That's just how far out we've been wandering, looking for our place in the world. Opinia. That's like a bit to the east of here, right? A little more than a bit. Try an entire ocean to the east. Oh, nice. I've never been, but... Whoa, a whole ocean? There's another continent out there? Well, yeah, did no one ever tell you? Kenzie and I have been too busy bouncing from place to place. Current events never really held my attention. I see. In that case, welcome to the team, Rhapsody. I'll be happy to have Mackenzie when we find her, too. Well, good, because we're a package deal. Oh, by the way, if you see her, let me talk to her. She doesn't react well to strangers. Oh, also, we have to find her, or else I can't come with you. Remember, package deal. You can't have just one of us. Understood. Okay, so we'll have to recruit her with her, and then we'll subsequently, if we don't, then we'll lose Rhapsody, which is something we don't want to do. And then one more conversation. Oh, hey, it's you. You're the tough mercenary or something, right? Yeah, that's me. What about it? I was just thinking, even among mercenaries, sympathy for Opinia must be pretty low for Jormungians. I was curious why you accepted us. I told you, didn't I? I swing my axe for whoever's got the most coin. That simple. Okay, fine. I need your help. Opinion's help, specifically? Yeah, I'm looking for my brother. He went missing after betraying my family. He's a wanted man now. Before he fled, I asked him why he did it. He said Opinia. This music is straight flames, by the way. Like, honestly, top-notch. That is one of the biggest upsides of the Lex Talionis engine. Being able to compose, well, not even necessarily compose, but input your own music. It's just excellent. That was the last time we spoke. And what, you thought that we'd know where he was? Well, no, it's just... all that matters to me is finding out the truth of my brother's actions. If Opinia is part of that puzzle, then I wish to understand it. Well, okay then, Merc. Fight for us as long as you need. You dropped your tough girl act, by the way. Oh, blast. That is... I mean, what act? Excellent. I guess without further ado, though, we'll go ahead and get into the chapter. There's most certainly a lot here to explore. And explore it, you honestly should. There's a codex here with a library that sort of explains everything in more detail. I'm not going to go over all of it because I am on a little bit of a time limit here. I do definitely want to show off as much as I can in the time that's allotted. Let's see. So yeah, I guess more or less just we'll have to hop into the map. I do want to give out some preparations and whatnot, but I'll do that once we're into the map, sort of chosen the team and whatnot. I'm gonna go ahead and save over what I've got here. We're still in the base, so I can always go back to that if something does occur again. Very beautiful background there. The sky and the church. Chapter 12, Misery Mire. We're gonna be looking into this chapter, and having a good time with it. I hope you enjoy it as much as I certainly will. Just a bit further, everyone. Once we cross the bridges, we won't have to deal with this awful mud anymore. Yep, makes sense to me. And one other thing that I didn't mention that has been, like, sort of seen already is that you can hear, like, different sound effects, both in terms of the characters' vocal tones being lighter or darker depending upon, I guess, their inflection. Things like the movement sound effects are a little bit different. It's these minor changes that really differentiate it from a regular Fire Emblem game. Now that we've got to think about how we're going to find Clayman's army. Or, yeah. Okay. Oh, I wouldn't concern yourself with that. Apologies. Text reading hard. Baron von Clemens. In the flesh. I thought I'd save you the trouble of looking for me. How generous. What's the catch? Catch. Waha, the catch is you're trapped. Come on out, everyone, and torch the bridges while you're at it. Okay, so we're... yeah. Makes sense to me. Very much reminiscent of a Radiant Dawn-styled map. I would say that the swamp appears to be its own set of tiles, probably lowers movement and stuff. Crud, I should have seen this coming. Pretty fancy work, yes? Come on, praise me. I deserve it for this masterpiece. First, I will eliminate one of the opinion generals here. Next, I shall save Johanna from your fellow Griffin Kissers. Finally, I will be recognized as a hero and become Zonland's greatest noble. I, Clayman the Genius, will be chosen as next emperor. Me, wahaha. I don't know about that one. You can't let this get to you, Valentina. You've gotten out of hairy situations before, and you'll have to again. That's part of being a competent leader. Okay, now, think. I've got it. Everyone, we know the Baron is a total coward. Oh, whoops, if we can defeat him something, he'll spook into running. He'll leave his army in disarray, and leave us to pick them off. Okay. So, we're specifically probably going to have to go after him. I think I see a path that leads to him as well. Right, okay. The objective of this chapter is going to be to defeat, a number of these promoted enemies. And if we do so, well, that'll be nice. Let's see. Those guys look tough. Let's go for half of them. Okay, yeah, that makes perfect sense. The objective is to defeat half of those guys. Let's see, can I look at the map, or do I have to wait until I'm in the map first? Either way. I've decided on the general army that I want to use. Let's see. I think I should recognize people just from their mini portraits. Dio, let's see, I think I had Hattie. I will try to get through this rather quickly. Rhapsody, Nadia. I wanted to use Mitzi because she seems kind of cool, and then I like Persephone. I hope that we won't need a thief for this chapter because I don't have one deployed as of right now. Ooh, I did want to use Sanite. I have a bad tendency of not using mages as well, so maybe I should drop somebody else in order to use a mage. I really like Lakshmi, but I think I'll use, oh no, I've got Persephone, so I do have a mage. Okay. Let's see. I do want to use all of, like, the custom-looking classes if possible. Unfortunately, I won't be able to use Zahir. He's really cool. I can't really tell what an Eagle Knight is, but, you know, there are a lot of custom classes, a lot of things to work with, a lot of things that you can do. Should I use Mitzi? I think everyone's seen a Draco Knight by this point in Fire Emblem. Maybe I really want to use Sanite. They look really cool. Let's see. Rhapsody... let's see. In terms of lances, okay, I've got 2 bow users, 2 lance users, 2 axe users, 2 sword users, 3 sword users, actually. Maybe I'll drop Hattie just to sort of, open up the space. I mean, I will have another lance user as a result of using, Sanite. I guess that's just how it's gonna have to be. I can't really, I guess I could look at the map through formation. Is there anything that we could steal? I'm sure that there are probably stealables somewhere. Let's see. It'll probably take a while to go through this. I don't really know. Either way, I'm decently content not doing that for now. We'll have a look at all the bosses, I suppose. Here's Main. Right, okay, so the, sort of the selling point of this chapter is that you're to defeat half of the bosses, or the promoted enemies. Of the 6, each one will have their own droppable. So you more or less choose which 3 that you want to receive. And if you ever defeat the boss, he will immediately, well, end the map. So whether you get his Sword of Stars, or you get another one, whatever the case may be, you've got these 6 promoted enemies, and if you defeat them, you get your own items and whatnot. Okay, I don't really want the ruby. It's cool, but it's just money for me right now, which doesn't mean anything to me as of this moment in time. Sturdy Blade. If unit has 4 more defense than foe, grants +5 skill charge after combat. Okay, yeah, skill charge. Right. One thing that I can't quite recall if I touched up on was that each unit has their own, like, combat art, and those charge up over time and stuff. I'm pretty sure I already touched on that, though. Let's see. I think I'm just going to go with what I've got here. I'm going to do a couple of preparations. Okay, it basically should be at the end of my preparations. I did just want to cut those out so that we, you know, sort of have more time to explore the map and whatnot. Let's see. So we have... I do want to give out the... See, it was requested that I give the chili to Valentina, so we'll go ahead and do that. The chili, when eaten, grants strength +2, skill +4 for a chapter, which is pretty solid, of course. Valentia breaks the chili, of course. That's how we consume things in this world. Very funny, honestly. We'll go ahead and grab a potion. And then I think I want to give the egg bomb over to her. The egg bomb is, like I said, like an actual, you know, thing. You can attack with it instead of it being perhaps consumable, I guess I would say. Heals 10 HP, can be shared with an ally. That's really cool, actually. I might go ahead and pop that onto somebody. I guess Gabriel can have the short stacks for now. It's a shareable vulnerate. That's a really cool concept, actually. Let's see, where's that at? Short stack. We've got the horse shield, actually. I might just go ahead and give that over to Rhapsody. I guess we can put away the steel sword in exchange for that. Oops. Oh. Okay, so apologies if my movements are a little bit clumsy throughout this. My controls are mapped backwards as to what I'm used to. I guess that's just how that is. Let's see. We'll do, I think, the horse shield. Okay. Oh, against foes on horseback. Okay, so that's not actually like a guard, like a horse effective negate thing. I don't know. Word's hard. We'll do, let's see, grants defense +3 for a chapter. That's a cool one. I'm gonna go ahead and pop the, I guess I'll just give her the mistake. It doesn't really matter. I think it'll be funny to use that at a certain point. Who would benefit from the defense, I wonder? I'm gonna give it to Dio, because pirates are not a unit that I'm particularly used to having less defense than res, so this will help the game feel for me personally. Let's see, where's that? Defense +3, so it's not +5. I think I misspoke there. Dio broke the coconut cream pie, and we'll go ahead and transfer. Let's see, list. It's very cool. You can tell there's a lot of like effort that went into this. Obviously a lot of effort that went into this. It's kind of, this is above par for even for most Fire Emblem hacks, really. What was the other thing? I think there was one more food item. Healthy salad. Total status immunity. Alright. Oh, did it duplicate? Or did I just have 2 of them? Is that what that does? Oh, okay. No, that was just from the transfer. That makes sense. I'll just go ahead and use that on her. I'm not particularly sure as to who that would be great on, but I don't want to spend too much time dwelling on it as of right now. Let's see. I guess we will just head into it then. I've already done more or less my, you know, movement as for the map, you know. Let's get into it. Right, so I do want to go over here onto this forest pretty immediately and stand here with her. I'm going to equip the Killing Edge and just kind of hope that she bodies up on these 2 Dragon Knights. They, let's see, I would assume, yeah, we can toggle enemy range just like that. For me personally, the R button toggles this one, and then you can click over each enemy to make theirs red. A very convenient and handy feature, you know, sort of the usual in Fire Emblem, at least these days. Moon Whirl. So one thing I'm a little bit uncertain on is, if the weapon, like, effectivenesses will be in effect as they are in Radiant Dawn, such as, like, Thunder being effective against dragons, or Wind being effective against Pegasi. I guess it won't really affect me that much as of right now. Right, okay, so they can attack at 1 range. That makes perfect sense. That is a crossbow user. I am very eager to see if we have, like, animations, because I know it's very difficult when it comes to the Lex Talionis engine. Yeah. This engine doesn't exactly, I guess, come with animations to the fullest extent. You have to very much import them all. Alright, cool. Who knew I could do all this? Okay, so level up quotes, that's really cool. I'm happy to see those. Those are a feature that I very much miss when I don't have them. Okay, so the Stunna. I think I'll attack I'll attack with the archer first, that makes sense. Oh yeah, spells. Right, we can use the egg bomb. Deals 10 damage to all enemies in a circle of 1 radius. Very cool. I'm gonna refrain from using that for right now, though. Alrighty, let's see what happens here. Very, very cool. I am glad to see the animations, I really am, because I have played on Lex Talionis engine before, and it sometimes doesn't have animations. Oh, sorry, I spaced out for a second there. I don't know, that's a pretty good space out. Getting attack and speed, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that space out. Let's see. If weapon has additional effects... Okay, so dark magic is like really, really... Yeah, really good. It gives a lot of extra effects if the enemy has extra effects. That is a really cool concept with regard to dark magic. You really don't see it done in this way too often. Let's see. I would assume that means it's really strong, though, so we may not be seeing a lot of these tomes in the future. Let's see. As for now, though, it doesn't really matter too much. We'll go with the hollow tome. Let's see if it has a custom animation. I'm sure it does. Alright, I believe that's, is that Gleipnir? I'm pretty sure that's Gleipnir. Really cool, though. Very, very nice. Persephone seems like a really fun unit. Alright, let's try out, I guess we can shoot the mage. The mages are what worry me the most on average. There's just a lot to deal with. Okay, we can have Dio take care of him. Really glad to see it's... Oh, that's a crit. Yep. Really, really glad to see that it's that animation. The pirate animations, the newer ones, I really, really like them. And let's throw down right here. So this is a unit that can use both crossbows and regular bows. I'm going to try a crossbow first to see if the animation is there. Awesome. That is a clean animation. I really, really like that one. Let's see what we get. Alright, you get what you pay for. Quality. Of course, of course. Nothing but quality here. Let's have Sanite finish him off. I really, really like the concept of this so far. We are very much trapped on this island. Well, I guess not trapped in the truest sense, since we can traverse elsewhere. Just gotta be a little bit careful. These tiles do, of course, bog down movement, so I do have to be careful with regard to my own units. The flyers, of course, won't be bogged down at all, because that's just how that works, but otherwise, definitely a lot to look at. I should have eaten twice with Agnes so that I could have activated her skill. Can't recall if I mentioned what that was precisely, but if she eats twice before you start the map, or I guess even during the map, she is no longer affected by weapon weight, which is really just fantastic. Super innovative. Let's see how Mitzi looks. Yeah, standard situation there. I guess Emerald Axe is probably like double weapon triangle. That would make sense to me. Oops, let's have a look. Yeah, doubles weapon triangle. I like those sorts of weapons quite a bit. We'll go ahead and dance. I guess we'll dance for someone who can... I'll dance for him. Nadia has a, what is it called? Like a dancer robe, I believe. Where she can refresh your combat art completely. Only 5 times, because it's only got 5 uses. But it charges the combat art, which is really cool. I am very eager to see what the combat arts look like. I'll use a regular bow. Okay. Makes sense to me. I'm really impressed, all around. There's an immense sense of quality that's gone into this so far. Can we... Yeah, we'll go ahead and heal. Right, okay. So, spells, healing, and whatnot still has the same range as far as I can tell. The reason that comes up in particular is because I played a game that has, like, 3 range on staves, which, you know, kind of threw me for a loop a little bit. It was a cool concept, but I'm very much more used to this concept. Alrighty, let's see what happens. And of course, if anyone heals with her, they get extra stats too, because of the Sun Bomb thing. I guess I haven't really touched up on that, have I? I keep forgetting what I have and haven't talked about, because of course, as I mentioned earlier, I had a little bit of a mishap. I'll have to go over each unit a little bit more in detail. Sort of give you an overview of what they're capable of and how they stand. Because one of my biggest, like... Oh, very nice, she got 2 crits. One of my favorite things when it comes to Fire Emblem hacks is looking at the balance and seeing, you know, where all of the intricacies go. Seeing what units are capable of and seeing what the creator had in mind for each unit is just part of the fun. Okay, please don't let me get doubled. Steel Lance is going to be heavy. Okay, we double. Very cool. That is very, very cool. I do need to look over each unit's stats so I know what they're more capable of, especially having seen the pirate and his ability to, you know, be more res efficient or res tanky. Not something that you typically see, so I do need to, you know, have an eye out. Let's have a look at each unit before we press on. I don't want to, like, spend too much time on them, but I will look over each of them. Of course, Valentina looks good. Lakshmi is very much your standard archer. She kind of got lucky on the strength, I would say. Well, actually, her strength growth isn't that bad at all. She's very much the, you know, I guess I would say glass cannon sort of type. Her strength could not lend itself to being a glass cannon, but as of right now, it very much does. She's got, you know, the swap ability. Bow range +1 is really good on her, obviously. And then Lucky Day. Being luckier than the foe grants attack, avoid, crit, in combat. She's got 16 luck, so most of the time that's probably going to proc. Let's see, who else follows? Eduardo. Sincere and genial revolutionary, treats all he meets like family. Eduardo seems really cool. He's got, what is this, reposition? Pivot for armor knights, that makes perfect sense. And then armored blow, kind of just your standard. It looks like, okay, so this one has the fast charge time, so I guess it's 3 attacks, gets you through this one, or gets you into this one. I don't know if those will proc immediately, or if you can choose to proc those. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, he's very much the armor knight. High strength, good skill, honestly not bad speed for an armor knight, and 45 defense. Can't really go wrong with him. Here's Avelia, she's the cleric. Terse and crass revolutionary. Yeah, I think I've already spoken on her. She's essentially your cleric. I mean, she's pretty funny in terms of story as well. Like, she likes to use axes even though she can't. High strength, good speed. Can't really go wrong. One thing that I like to do with clerics in particular is make use of their HP pool. You know what I mean? Like, they can tank a hit. She could probably tank 2 hits. Got really good HP, moderately good defenses, pretty good speed. Probably not getting doubled. She's going to have kind of crazy heals with her 11 strength. Or, actually, she's working off magic, so even so, good. Really balanced growth across the board. Honestly lends herself to being very tanky. Might be able to use that to her advantage. Agnes here. Plumerian village girl with much on her mind, but little to say. She's very good. I mean, it's very plain to see. She's got really good stats in all areas. Her growths are also decently solid. Perhaps low on the strength side. I could see that being an issue in perhaps the later game. But as of right now, I'm more than happy with it. Gabriel is a gunner. Gunner classes essentially... Oh wait, did I touch up on her personal skill? Right, Appetite can eat 2 meals per battle. If she eats 2 meals, she is unaffected by weapon weight. Here's Gabriel. He's a gunner. He's got Moxie, which is a really cool one. Grants crit +10 and attack protection resilience +4 after defeating an enemy on player phase. So essentially his idea is like similar to Shamir. He'll like stand there after he gets the kill with his 1-2 range crossbow, and he's perfectly fine following that. Honestly, he probably kills this one and then stands there just fine. Yeah, honestly, Gabriel's kind of great. I'm very impressed by him. His like, obviously his battle animation's cool too, but now he's kind of standing here with extra stats following that. And then this guy's probably not going to have any chance against him. Let's see, who else was there? Following him, there's Dio. Headstrong pirate from I with an earnest spirit. Right, likes being alive, likes screaming, dislikes drama. I need to read over those at some point, but unfortunately the time just isn't with me on that front. A calm rebel commander from Chant, a complete and utter bookworm. Right, okay, so Dio, very strong, very speedy. As you can see, very strong, very speedy. Surprisingly good res. I guess pirates are the res class. I've actually seen that increasingly recently. Pirates being like the res fighter, and then the other fighters just being the fighters, or perhaps brigands being the defense fighters. Sanite, more or less, I guess I would say very similar to Agnes. Just very balanced in all areas. One thing that I would like to touch up on, let's see, I've only got a couple units left, so I'll wait until at the end to do that. She's a flyer, tough girl. When weighed down, grants attack protection 1 for every attack speed loss. That's cool. Diamond axes are special. Guts, when inflicted with a negative status, grants a hit +100 and prevents foes from doubling. Guts from Pokemon, that's pretty cool. Just a better version. More or less your Draco Knight. Strength, speed, on par, good defense. Yep, I very much enjoy how most of the units are built sort of, you know, to the standard Fire Emblem norm, I guess. You know, you can kind of see what's going on. I don't know. Persephone, standard Dark Mage, really that is just how each of these units are built, like your standard Sword Cav. They just make sense for their roles. Obviously apart from Dio, but he's like, he makes sense for his role. He's just odd to me in particular. That said, we will go for this, I think. I do want to make sure that I'm not in range of anything in particular if I do that. Let's see. We'll go ahead and kill her axe right here, and that should work. Probably have to heal him up if I can reach. I'm sure I can with the dancer. That should work out just fine. And then let's see. So there's going to be a unit. There's going to be a unit called Mackenzie at some point, which I either haven't discovered or is going to appear. Oh, there she is. Mackenzie, a giant knight who will follow Rhapsody anywhere. Has trouble communicating. Makes sense to me. Okay, so there's her. Thick herb, sweet secret sauce, iron axe, steel poleaxe. Very cool. So we'll have to recruit her with Rhapsody. And we'll go down there and do that pretty immediately. I would love a crit here. Awesome. She's very, very good at these crits. That's 3 of them. I'm very pleased with that. Let's see. So I guess from there we'll just go ahead and kill this one with basically all the ease in the world. Huh. Agnes is a lot of fun to use. I very much get an F&E vibe from her. She's, you know... Oh wait, did I not... Wasn't I supposed to double? Okay, I don't... Maybe my brain just shut off there. There's a pretty good possibility that's the case. Either way, Persephone's here to take care of it. There's really just a lot of... Like, this hack is really... I shouldn't even say hack. It's its own game on the Lex Talionis engine. This game is very, very much brimming with polish. I enjoy that. Let's see. So I do want to... Where's my healer at? Okay. I do have a physics staff, so I'll go ahead and bop him with the physics staff, I guess, and then we'll see how much HP that puts him on. 22. Okay, that's good. He should be more than fine. We should be able to kill this mercenary as well. Maybe throw a javelin. Ooh, Daybringer is actually really good. Okay. Is it a javelin? I haven't actually read up the effect on it. Let's see. Magic weapon. Okay, cool. Pretty solid. Gonna go ahead and refresh. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh so as to heal the injured Lancer there. I'll probably turn off animations here shortly, because there is a lot of map to go through. I'll leave them on for the remainder of this turn. Let's see. So there's some enemies moving in. I could probably kill this one without much difficulty. It is an Axe Reaver, so that is a little bit of difficulty, actually. However, if that's the case, I can attack with Valentina, and hopefully that works out. Can we double? Oh, we can actually one-shot with Sunna, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Ooh, nice. Very Ike-esque animation. In fact, it probably is Ike's animation. From the, oh, what's it called? The, repository. I have to work harder, that's the only way forward for me. Yeah. Very much enjoy the character interactions, too, so far. They seem very, like... There seems like there's been a lot of work put into every aspect of this game so far. Very much here for it. I'll go ahead and Great Lance this one. I really do enjoy an Armor Knight who isn't just fodder, you know what I mean? It's kind of hard to build Armor Knights in the proper way, in a way that they're like, as I said, not fodder, but also like actively good. I can egg bomb my own people. That's kind of funny, actually. I think she'll be able to survive one hit from this guy. I'm moderately confident on that. 24 attack. There's no way she's getting doubled. Nah, she's not. Okay, so I'll go ahead and do this. I am under the impression that the Lex Talionis engine has a different way of programming how enemies want to work. And that's one thing that I'm not perfectly sure about, because, you know, obviously I'm used to the GBA engine. Wait, can I... Okay, cool. I'm used to the GBA engine. I kind of know how those sort of things... I know how they function. And as for this one, I have a feeling that they'll go for damage dealt as opposed to whether or not they can retaliate. As you can see there, that's a lot of damage dealt, so he wanted to go for Dio. Dio is very much the glass cannon of the group, it seems. I hope he's... Okay, he's out of range for everything else. I only have to defeat 3 of these guys, so I think I'm going to go for the bottom group just for the ease of it. I don't really care so much for the ruby. This crystal star is really cool. However, I'm not really going to have the opportunity to forge more weapons, so there's nothing needed up there. Sturdy Blade seems really good. I kind of like Sturdy Blade. I don't know if I'd be able to use it right away. Sapphire is more money, of course. It's actually far more money than the ruby. And then Fierce Mane. -10 avoid on enemies within 2 spaces. Pretty cool. Let's see, can I bait that guy out without baiting out everyone else? I think I can. It's got a steel bow equipped. or that he would equip. Will Gabriel survive is the thing. I'm pretty sure he will. He's quite tanky. 10 speed with a steel bow, he would not get weighed down. He would have 7 plus his 16. Let's see. Shove, vigilant, cannot be stolen. That's good. That is a good way around that. So the steel poleaxe is dealing so much damage because it's so strong. So the steel bow should weaken that somewhat. So we'll put over here. We'll put Gabriel here. Equip the, I guess, the crossbow. We'll do the hunting bow, actually. It does the most damage. Spells. Right, short stack. Okay. That's more than fine. I could have, like, shared my short stacks if I really wanted to. Go and heal him up with Avelia. Man, the map design really feels good so far, too. Feels like there's a very, like... I would say that perhaps the only thing of note is that, you know, the more, I guess I would say desirable of the items, I would say, would probably want to be away from... Which, honestly, I guess you can't really decide where the player's going. Obviously, you're going to have to go this way if you want Mackenzie, and I feel like most people are going to want Mackenzie. And that directly leads into Sturdy Blade over here, which is a really good one to have. I guess there's this guy as well with the Storm Sword. That's also a good one to have. Probably don't even want this one, the Ruby Sword. It's really not a big deal, I would say. Or the Ruby, thing. Sapphire's kind of a big deal because it's more money. Fierce Mane, I guess, could be argued to be not that great. It completely depends on what kind of skills you've been throwing around. Like, obviously, I could have outfitted people with more skills, and then I would have known a better way to judge that. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. I guess the only thing of note in my mind is that those sorts of enemies, those sorts of, like, the ones with the more desirable things should probably be in harder to reach places, because as of right now, walking up on a... Well, I guess to be fair, this is one of the more valuable ones, so that's very much... I guess I don't really have a leg to stand on in that regard. Deals damage based on user's luck, targets enemy's luck. That is a really cool weapon, actually. What does he have? The Hex? X. Inflicts stats -3 on target. Understandable. The Moonblast. Yeah, you very much are not encouraged to go after him. Whether it's hinted at by the 2 silver crossbow gunners or him himself. Yeah, very much not intended to go after him. But if you do, the map ends, so I guess there's that. That is your one way out with a very, very strong reward. Let's see, I guess we'll draw back this one. Yeah. I do need to make more use of those sorts of skills and whatnot. I'll try to get over here to her as soon as possible. They seem to have cav effective weapons though, which makes perfect sense considering that you'd want your cav down there. Yeah, that's very well designed so far. Let's see, how far can you move? Okay. Do her right here. Equip the emerald. We'll equip the hammer because of course we will. It makes the most sense. I'll have Lakshmi go this way, and then I'll keep this side of the group over here. Ordinarily, like, it's advised to not split up your army too much, but, like, I don't know. Gonna go ahead and do it. I think that's it for this turn. We'll see how this goes. Okay, I'm glad that he comes to attack us. Good. Are we gonna one-round him? I don't think we have the speed for it. No, we do. No, we don't. Okay, no. Not at all. Interesting. Okay, so we're being approached from many angles now. Makes sense to me. We will quickly have 2 of the promoted enemies destroyed, I think. Probably go for the sniper. The money seems very good. Obviously, this is going to be the only chapter that I play for this presentation, so I won't really have the need for the money following this. But, you know, going to the next chapter with the money would be nice, considering that we have none in our inventory right now. I wonder how I would use the, let's see, I guess if I were to play this, like, on my own time and stuff, and sort of understand what things do a little bit better, I would be very eager to go into the skills. The skills seem like a really, really cool concept. Whoops, I actually didn't mean to attack there. That's my bad. Bad at, remembering that my controls are reversed. Okay, cool, we'll kill this guy. I think that we should be able to survive all of this, even. It's very big that he hits this, though. I'm under the impression that it's still 2 RN, so an 87 isn't that bad. In fact, it's quite good. Awesome. Got Fierce Mane. We'll send that back to the convoy. Is it gonna... Okay, I have to press it. Just a little bit worried. I didn't want to send back my weapon immediately. Let's see. Oh, we can't attack the other one? Can we from right here? Okay, cool. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, actually. I was pressing the down button because I'm used to, like, it auto-scrolling in regular Fire Emblem. Alright, apologies for the quick cut there. We should be good to go. Right back into it. I guess the only thing of note here is that I'm not perfectly confident in Dio's ability to survive all of this, considering where he's standing. And likewise, Nadia isn't exactly the most robust, so she may not be able to, perhaps, take the beating. She's very much going to die if she gets attacked by anything with super meaningful damage. Which the crossbow and the pirate, they both one-round her exactly. Well, a little bit over exactly in the crossbow's case. So I do have to be a little bit careful. The mage isn't that bad. It's probably going to attack the person with the least res here. 3. I guess it would attack... Wait, it would attack him? Gunner? Or Gabriel, I mean? Interesting. Do I have the egg on... I think it's on the archer, isn't it? So I could actually use the dancer to attack, potentially. I guess I could... I think I see a way to do this in some weird way. Let's say that I... Okay, first I want to make sure that he survives. 21 minus his 8 defense, so 21 minus 8, whatever that is. That's like brain machine no worky. It's 13. 20 damage minus 8 is 12. So he'll live. He'll live those. He'll survive that combination. I'm thinking what I can do is, let's see, what is the egg? Is it 3 range again? 2 to 4 range. Okay, that's great. That is really good. Okay, so I'm gonna dance for her. That's good. Go ahead and get that dance. And then I'll move so that she can trade the egg over to him after I shoot the mage. And hopefully that's enough damage to kill the mage. Let's see, he can move to right there, so we'll go right here. And maybe she just kills with the killer bow. If she does, then that's great. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Okay, don't even have to worry about it then. Very, very convenient. I'm under the impression that the mend staff does something kind of odd. Does it heal multiple people? Restores to all to sell. Oh, okay. Mend is really good then. Well, we'll go ahead and mend then because, yeah, healing up everybody. That's kind of nice. And then it also boosts their combat abilities. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get her, or not. She'll move in closer. Oh, is it? Huh, okay, so she'll move in closer. We'll get her soon enough. Let's see, you don't move, so we could just kill that archer and that'd be fine. We could even... I mean, if we rescue with her, we actually have more stats, so that's kind of funny. Of course, we can't exactly do that as of right now. I think I forgot to equip the Horse Slayer on him. Do we have access to the convoy from her? We don't, so that's a little bit unfortunate. I think she does Agnes have the Horse Slayer? She does. Rider's Bane, that is. Okay, we'll trade that over then. In exchange for, I guess, Iron Lance right now. It doesn't seem like he'll be needing that at all. Go ahead and stand right here, equip the Rider's Bane and potion up. Very small amount of HP that was missing, but might as well heal it up. Very cool. I guess what I'll do next, well, if I go for the Sword Master, the Storm Sword is kind of cool. Perhaps... Oh, wow, he has a really big reach, too. Why is his range? Oh, that makes sense. Bow range plus 1 and 2, and then crit plus 10. Okay, so I really don't want to approach him. That was actually almost really, really bad. Can he reach me? I don't think he can. I'm pretty sure that this is just out of range, but that's kind of wild. Oh, okay, he can move, that's why. Right, okay, I don't know why I was under the impression that he couldn't move. We don't have a... Wait, did I... Dude, I think I made the Sword Reaver, didn't I? And I put it on... Did I put it on him? Right, okay. He loves Sword Reavers, too. Well, I will leave her here, and then hopefully the knight moves in on us some. Actually, yeah, I'll just go for that one. That makes a lot of sense. I'll just hammer on the next turn. I'm very much digging the map design. You're free and open. You can do what you want to do, and that's fantastic. I guess I'll draw back her. And then I actually could have just swapped her, and I could have recruited her immediately. That's I enjoy movement skills when they're done well, and so far it feels like they're done very well. I feel like there's a lot of nuance to this game. There's a lot of things that you can do that you just can't do in other games. Really cool concept in theory. I'm actually very eager to explore the rest of the game. If it's, like, obviously, if it's not available on FEU, I'll honor the wishes of the creator and not play anymore. But if it is, which I feel some amount of confidence that it is, if it is, I'm going to play this some for myself, and we'll see how that goes, because I think I'm very impressed so far. There's a lot that's gone into this, there's no doubt about it. It incorporates a lot of things that aren't typical of Fire Emblem, but none of them have been done poorly so far as I can tell. Also, I miscalculated the damage there. He might die. I don't think he'll die. There's no way. That did 17 damage and it said 12. I think he had a skill or something. Okay. Good. Why? I'm gonna have to check. Maybe he had Death Blow. That might have been the case. I can't perfectly remember if enemies have skills for themselves or not. Like, basic enemies anyway. Let's see. Does he? Did my brain just not work or something? 12 damage. I'm pretty sure that did 17, didn't it? Am I wrong? Does he take more damage from these sorts of things? Huh. Sword Reaper Killer Axe. I'm mega confused as to why that took place. I'm really not sure. But it's fine. I'm not really too worried about it. He survived, and that's all that matters. I will go ahead and pre-range that guy. I'm really glad that I brought 2 archers rather than just bringing 1 as I was planning on before. I was about to drop Lakshmi. Let's see. We're gonna go with, yeah, Steel Greatbow, or Steel Crossbow here. Makes perfect sense, goes ahead and gets the kill. I wonder if we can wrap it up this turn, actually. I don't think we can kill 2 promoted enemies this turn, but we've got 1 that's, like, within our grasp. He has Steel Great Lance and that. Okay, cool. Can we kill this one? I doubt it. I don't think she has the speed. In fact, she gets doubled. And doesn't quite have the capabilities to do that because he's on the fort and stuff. Tempest Lance, cool. Okay, so those are proccable at our discretion. I will probably save that for some point in the near future. I might send him up to the Swordmaster, actually. Maybe I could rescue him with a Cavalier or some such. Anyhow, let's go ahead and recruit her. Kenzie, there you are. Or Rhapsody. I was so worried. Me too, Kenzie. I was scared half to death. What are you doing with these guys, anyhow? Oh, I'm sorry. You said we need to find a job, and these people look like they needed help. Aw, Kenzie, you're so sweet, always thinking about us. But you don't have to worry about that stuff. Let me handle it. Speaking of, I found these great people when I was looking for you. They're gonna give us that roof over our head we've always wanted. Really? Yeah, really. We just gotta fight for them. So come on, Kenzie. Let's get to work. Awesome. I guess I'll reposition... I mean, it doesn't really matter. I'll just go this way. Anyway, here's Mackenzie. Giant knight who will follow Rhapsody anywhere. Has trouble communicating. Let's have a look at her growth rate. She's 7'8". That's crazy. 75 strength. Okay, so she's very, very strong. Looks like she's already got her special charged. Raging Storm. Can double, grants another action, and move +2 after combat. So it is a, very similar to Edelgard's skill. She's... In fact, isn't that the actual name of it too? Raging Storm. It just, like, it gives her Gale Force and lets her Canto, which is really good for an Armor Knight, or not Canto. It lets her move again. Like, it's Gale Force plus movement, if my communication skills will at all work. Let's see. So we'll go with, I'll put her here. I'll go ahead and use a potion. And we'll bait out this person one way or another. I might go and get him back and bring him to this side with his Sword Reaver. However, I really need to make sure that I kill these guys prior to all of that. The Sanite is a really strong weapon. It's always fascinating messing around with weapons that attack res on a otherwise physical unit, because it's really not something that you see a lot of. Actually, you see a decent bit of it, I gotta say. It's just a matter of, like, how well it works in comparison to, I guess I would say, how balanced it is. So a lot of the times, it's easy for those things to become unbalanced. That's a bad miss. Luckily, I was planning on dancing for him anyway, but that's a bad miss. I guess I'll attack from one range now. I was going to do that and then move him back and heal both of them with the Men's Staff. but I guess that's not exactly going to work out as I wanted it to. I really hope this hits. Wild Abandon? What's that do? I hope it adds hit rates. Crit, protection, resilience -8, might +10. Right, Wild Abandon. I'm pretty sure it doesn't add hit rate. Anyway, the best hit rate would be the Killer Axe, of course. It's an 85, it should hit. Okay, cool. Very good. He's only in range of one person, and it's a lance user anyway, so... Actually, he's not even in range, cool. Very nice. I really like the Men's Staff implementation. It's really cool. I haven't really touched up on it, I think, but staves are ordinarily in GBA really hard to mess with since they're hard-coded, but here you basically have the free reign to do whatever you want with them. I'm not perfectly, like, in tune with how difficult or how easy the process of all of this is, but it's impressive to me nonetheless. I know that things, like, one thing that I like to say when it comes to GBA hacking is, like, if you can think it, you can probably do it. Most of the time. There's only... Like, there are very rare instances where you can't do what you want to do when it comes to these sorts of things. And to that same end, I'm pretty curious as to what the Lex Talionis engine offers, or I guess I would say how much you actually have to implement on your own. I would say that you'd have to have some understanding of coding knowledge, especially when it comes to implementing your own things, but my understanding is that it's moderately geared towards people who want to make their own games and whatnot. That is to say, it's intuitive, and it allows you to do what you want without much, I guess, coding knowledge. I'm not perfectly sure. Truth be told, I'm really not. I'm very eager to find out, though. Let's see, I guess what I'll do is I will go here and then swap with the Lord. I'll go ahead and equip the Sunna. Yeah. Awesome. What have you got? Iron Great Lance. Cool. Well, we can go ahead and approach him, I suppose. This one can move basically wherever it wants to. So I'll put Mitzi here with the Emerald Axe. She'll bait out that guy. Go ahead and move back out of the way with him. Honestly, maybe he could go for the sniper. It's doing 21 damage, and it's probably doubling him. What's his speed like? Oh yeah, it's definitely doubling him with 14 speed. Is it getting way down? There's no way. Silver bow is ordinarily not heavy. Okay. Very good. I like that it retains the feel of Fire Emblem too. I noticed there are a lot of differences with regard to like weapon weights and how things function in general, but it doesn't feel out of the ordinary at all. ZessDynamite has done a great job of creating an experience that is conducive to Fire Emblem without also sacrificing anything that makes Fire Emblem good, which is really nice. Wild Abandon, cool. Let's see, I am approaching time pretty soon, though. I apologize that we've had to cut this episode as such, but... Well, I'm not going to end it right here. I'll go ahead and get through this map, and I'll edit it down as necessary, but... Having a great time. The time really does fly when you're having fun. It's always fun exploring these new things, too. Let's see, so... We'll kill this one. I'll probably end up going for this one, truth be told. Like, it just seems to make the most sense to me. Seems the most reasonable. We'll reposition, and then on the next turn we'll reposition again. And we'll go like 1, 2, 3, 4 or something. I'm not perfectly sure how to move. Oh, okay, this is a river. Or like something that you can't actually step through. So we would have to go all the way around. Okay. Well, in that case... In that case, who do we want to go after? I guess I'll still go after the Swordmaster. I'll have to just fly somebody over there, I guess. Send her back. Gonna go ahead and refresh him. I guess I'll go ahead and turn off animations again, too. That's probably what's taking up a good portion of the time. Let's see. Interesting. It kind of, like, flipped back there for me. Options. Whoops. Yeah, you can actually control your controls. I just didn't do that. Actually, I did attempt to, and it didn't let me input the controls as I wanted to. Also really good that it does that thing where it makes sure that you want to end your turn, because I'm bad about misclicking. I would have done it right there. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll swap over the killer or the hammer to Mackenzie. Ooh. I didn't realize he could attack her, but that's okay. She seems very strong. Interesting movement pattern there. Okay. Cavaliers. Even more reinforcements. I think I'm just gonna regroup to the right. Now that I've killed the warrior on that side. We'll just get these guys over there. Let's see. See about getting people there quickly. I guess what I'll do is I'll make a quick cut until we're at the bosses, and then I'll resume. Okay, I should be approaching the ending of this, finally. This is a really fun map. It just keeps coming. Let's see, let's swap the animations back on really quickly since we're about to approach these two bosses. I do have Mackenzie down here with Raging Storm active and a hammer. So I think I'm just gonna go for that. That sounds like a lot of fun. Mackenzie seems really cool. She'll, of course, Gale Force after this and be able to attack again. At least I hope so. And if she can, then that's awesome. We'll be pretty freely able to get the kill. I don't quite have Raging Storm again, but I do have an Iron Axe with 100% hit, so we'll go for it. Really, really cool. I'm glad to see that she's, like, immediately useful out the gate. Really, really fun Armor Knight so far. She seems quite possibly as good as the other one. Need more. Which, speaking of him, we're actually about to be seeing more. We'll put the Secret Sauce away for now. He's got Tempest Lance ready, and the best weapon would be the Steel Great Lance. He'll one-shot with 100% accuracy, so I guess that's going to be the end of it for this map. Very cool. I wasn't actually aware of that. That's really cool. Let's see it. Oh yeah. Rest in peace, Zolland. Very cool. I'm really enjoying the Armor Knights. I flew him over there with forgot her name. There's always more room to grow. With the, flyer. Very nice. Got that Storm Sword. Is that gonna be all? I think it will be. I think that counts as promoted. Right. Let's see. I see no reason to further sully my hands here, gentlemen. This mud is simply off my tailor-made ropes. I trust you should be able to take it from here. Bye-bye. My Baron, where are you going? What are your orders? Let's see. Haha, yes, some people never change. Okay, everyone. They're panicking. Let's get to work. Very cool. MVP Deo. Awesome. Yeah, he was the MVP, honestly. I had him there as, like, the backup with the Sword Reaver, if it was at all necessary. Yes, Albright will do nicely. Let's see, perhaps he succumbed to Moonblight? And he formed a mob of my soldiers and went rogue. That's it. Kleiman, your large brain never disappoints. That stupid child Johanna will be none the wiser. Who's a stupid child? Who dares speak to Baron von Clemens this night? I will have you know that... Ah, my Empress, Lady Ishield. I see you brought the army. I can only assume that means you've triumphed against the invaders. Not quite, Kleiman. You were handsomely slaughtering the infidels for some time, and I had expected to continue doing so once I received the support of your knights. But mysteriously they never appeared, and now we're in full retreat. Would you care to tell me why that might have happened? Why, yes, of course, my Empress. A full explanation is in order. You see, one of my officers, Albright, had contracted the... Pinning the blame on someone else again. Do you truly believe me to be so naive? No, Empress, no, of course not. Please, let me explain. Ah, Empress, why couldn't you stay stupid? My Empress, was killing him now truly necessary? Yep. Yes, Ishield. He was trying to deceive me. Just like he did when he told me Werner let the savages invade. Just like he did when he told me Hildegard lost eye. I am Empress Johanna von Etternick, the most powerful woman in Alethea. Excellent name. I will not be duped like the brainless child he believed me to be. Such a crime cannot stand, not for 1 hour, minute, or second. Empress, please watch your temper. Fine. Let's just be off. We must shore our defenses in Castle Etternick. There, the Opinion Beast will finally kneel to me. Interesting. Very, very interesting indeed. Alright, well that'll be the end of this particular episode of Fire Emblem E3. Fire Emblem Absolution. That was a lot of fun. I'm really eager to see the future of this hack. I hope you are too. Make sure to, of course, subscribe to the Fire Emblem Universe channel just in case there's any future content regarding this particular hack. Make sure to check it out on the site, Fire Emblem Universe, of course. Either way, I guess that's about the end, so make sure to leave a nice comment so that ZessDynamite can get some feedback and stuff. And until next time, I'll see you later.